Okay. So that balance is not permanent. It's a dynamic balance. Vata, Pitta, Kapha, what they say in Ayurveda, it cannot be permanent balance. It will go out of balance, it will come back. It's a dynamic balance. It's a dynamic balance. Okay. Vata, Pitta, Kapha is not a permanent balance, is not possible. As we start dying, the imbalance will happen. So having a pure body is good for maintaining a good health, but you cannot do it permanently. Okay. Good health is important for us to do anything in life. What we have to do in life? In life, we have to earn something, we have to take care of family, and we have to do some service. Right? Sharira, body is required for any dharma. Dharma means action. Purushartha, karma. Right? Without a good body, it can't happen. Otherwise, you will be burden for somebody else. So the body is important. Purity of the body, I would say purity of a good condition of the body is important for living, because that's the external interface. And why body is given to you? Why body is given to you? Paropakarartham idam shariram. Body, it doesn't belong to you. Never it belongs to you. Body is a gift of the universe to you. 5 elements of nature has given body to you. Panchabhutas, 5 elements. The body is rented to you. It's given on rent. Can rented house be our house anytime? So body is a pure rent. When you are born, or 9 months before you are born, body was given for rent. When you die, the body is rented house will be taken back. Why the house is given for you? For paropakarartham idam shariram. Body is given to you to do paropakara. Why paropakara? There is no para. To understand, there is nobody else. Para means the other. So to understand, there is nobody other than me. The body is given. Paropakarartham. Otherwise, what will happen? You think that the rented house is my house. And it's very difficult to vacate. The owner comes and kicks you. The tenant says it's my house. And tenant does all the damages to the house. Then you have to get a police complaint. Then you have to get something out. Somewhere you will be kicked out of the house. But you will go crying and you will damage something in the house. Okay. So the house has to be maintained properly. That is called purity of the good condition of body. But we are not speaking of the purity of the body. So body is just a vehicle. Body is just an instrument. What is required is the mind which uses the body. The mind is the one who is controlling the body. Subtle body or the mind. Okay. So the purity is required in the mind. The purity of the body is important for good health. The purity of the mind is what we are speaking of.
I wanted to come to this. Body is the present.
No, I'll come to that. Let's come to it. Okay. The purity of the body is required for good health. The purity of the mind is what our spiritual journey is all about. Okay. So what is the purity? Have you seen children? Children, they play. One child touches a toy. The moment child touches the toy is mine. If anybody takes the toy, child will start crying. My toy, you have taken. By touching toy becomes mine. Whatever I touch is mine. The child will get hurt if a toy is taken. So similarly, in our life, whatever we come in contact becomes mine. We are like little bit grown-up kids. Okay. So we stick to whatever. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. We want to have a very comfortable mind. The purity of the mind is to understand nothing is mine. Nothing belongs to you. You are nobody, you are nothing, and nothing belongs to you. That is the understanding of life. If something belongs to you, it will hurt. It sticks. And when you go from the world, that will be something which belongs to you is taken away. It is very painful. Like take a toy, one toy from the child will cry, shout. Mother knows this toy is anyway is 100 rupees toys. I can get 10 toys. But the child, no, it's my toy. So all of you or all of us have some my toys. What is your my toy? My relative, my friend. All are my toys. My job. Okay. This my is called toy. My God. My God is also a toy. big toy. My God also is toy. My religion. Okay. My friends. My enemies. Whatever you called as my is like a child saying, this is my toys. The entire journey of life is to tell you there's nothing called my. Entire journey of life is to understand everything belongs to the universe. It's a universal property. Everything made up of 5 elements, Panchabhutas, Akasha, Vayu, Jala, Agni, Prithvi. The 5 elements make up this entire thing. The 5 element doesn't belong to you also. 5 element belongs to the nature. So as long as I'm live, what can I give back rather than what can I take from this journey? What can you take? Nothing. What can you give back to this universe? Before you came, the universe was there. After you go, also universe will be there. Can I do a little bit contribution to the universe? Decorate it a little bit, make it beautiful for the next generation who is coming. That's all your task. It is like using a public property for your evolution. Then while going, leaving that public property in a good condition so somebody else can use. So our job is to use the facility given to us, this universe, properly. And when we go back, give something back to the universe so that another set of students are coming, another set of learners are coming. Let them be in a bit beautiful. Let them benefit. Are we going with I am living with the attitude of Paropakaratam Sharim? This body is given to me for service. Are we living with that attitude? Or this body is given to me to give happiness? It's a false understanding. What will happen when you die? The people, they will not keep your body more than 4 hours. Most loving wife, most loving husband, your dearest friend, at most 12 hours in a ice pack. After that, body is disposed of. So, are you somebody? Are you that body? They say the person has passed away. That means he has gone. Who was there in the body has gone. You are the one who was there in the body. You go. The person who was there in the consciousness which was there in the body is gone. The body is not consciousness. So we confuse the consciousness with the body. This is our misery of life. Confusion. The consciousness, no birth, no death. It just appears and disappears from the body. That appearance is called Chidabhasa. Disappearance is called disappears, merges with the consciousness. Again, it will take back and again it can take birth because the journey is not completed. So now, when it appears, you will be alive, Jiva. And when it goes, the body will be dead. The body is burnt. Burning means what? The body made up of 5 elements. First given to earth, fire element, Agni Tattva. Your body belongs to fire element. Where is the fire in your body? Your whole body temperature 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. The body has a temperature, right? Thermometer you measure. That's the Agni Tattva. So that is gone. That's offered to Agni. Then Jala Tattva, water element. The water element is there in our body as blood. So that is offered to water. The burnt ashes are offered to river Ganga. Then our body has a space element. When you burn, the smoke goes and merges with the space. Then our body has an earth element, which is bones and all. They're offered to the river and it goes to earth, ashes. The wind element anyway goes, and when you burn, the smoke goes up in there. Your body is made up of 5 elements. To maintain the body when you are alive, it's like maintaining your house, which is given on rent, which is given to rent. So that's called purity of the body. But problem is, we start getting attached to the body. This is my body. This is my body. That is the purification of the mind. So nothing belongs to me. Everything belongs to the Lord, Ishvara, the universe. So if everything belongs to Ishvara, the universe, the body belongs to the Ishvara, I have to use the body properly as a service to the Lord. The one who gave me this rented body, that I have to do service. That is called Jagaditaya, service. So the entire spiritual journey is Atmano Mokshartam Jagaditaya. It is the purity of the mind. For mind, body is required. Okay, the purity of the mind requires a body, and body has to be kept in a good condition. If the body itself is in a very bad condition, it will be difficult for purifying the mind. So purity of the mind using a body which is in a good condition is journey of life. So what is the purity of mind? To understand nothing belongs to me. I came here as a what?
Nobody.
Alone.
I came alone. I came as a nobody, and I came as a tourist. Okay, you go to tour now. Have you gone to tour? When you go to the tour, so many things are nice things are available, but you don't settle down there. You see everything. You have gone to see that. We are a tourist, right? But we don't have an attitude of tourist. Whatever you see, you want to pocket it. Want to hold. In tourist, okay, you meet somebody, be nice to them, say hi. Somebody's in trouble, just help them. Don't even expect to thanks, because the body is given to you for interface to the world, service to the world. Paropakarartham idam sharim. Our body is for service. So if you don't understand the message of life, Atmano Mokshartham Jagaditaya, for self-realization and selfless service, our journey will be not complete. We'll have to keep on doing journey. This is the message of Rigveda, Atmano Mokshartham Jagaditaya. Do self-realization and selfless. Self-realization means, what is self-realization? Nothing. I am nothing. I am nobody. All in one appeared in this body. Jagaditaya means one in all. That same all in one appeared as all, one in all. Atmanu Mokshatam Jagaditaya. So the purity of the body is balance of the body, which is health, maintaining health. Good required. A journey vehicle is good condition. The purity of the mind is realization. Otherwise, the mind which gets corrupted. Okay. So the purity of the mind will lead to clarity. Who really I am. That is called Jnana. Purity of the mind is called yoga. Karma yoga, bhakti yoga is the purity of the mind. Who am I is the clarity of the mind. Jnana yoga. So what you have to realize? Nanu. Nanembudu. Nanalla. Ideha. Manabuddhi. Nanalla. Sachidanandatma. Shivananunane. Shivoham. 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 I'm not the body. I'm not the mind. I'm not the intellect. I'm pure consciousness. Shivaswarupi. They all in one came alone as the body and mind. And to see all in one coming as alone in the form of friends, relatives, enemies, and entire world. So when you see all in one and one in all, the journey of life, your tour is complete. That's called mukti.
The complete property, just explain the past, present, future of mind in the Manonasha.
Okay, so I need to take care of my body only because otherwise it's going to trouble my.
I need to take care of my body is not right. I need to take care of body.
The body only because be able to focus on my spiritual journey. That is going to trouble me.
Correct.
A diseased body will keep troubling me.
Yes.
Okay. And then I need to do paropakara to understand that there is no other.
Not to understand. Paropakara is to understand. Paropakara is the understanding that there is no other. Paropakara is not paropakara. Paropakara is servicing the self only.
Okay.
The moment you say para, there's other, then your understanding is different. Right? Paropakara. So your question is, I have to keep my body in good condition, right? One thing. Then I have to use the body for paropakara. Paropakara is only way of saying. Para means service to others. There's no other.
Why should I do paropakara?
Okay. So when you have pain in left hand, why should you, my right hand should go and touch it? Why should you paropakara is the question. Your left hand is paining. So your right hand says this left hand is paining. Why should I do paropakara?
So when there is no other, everybody is me.
When there is no other, but do you have the understanding of no other? See, when there is no other is a concept, right? Do you experience the no other? There is other for you. The experience the other is there.
For me to experience.
No.
other.
Your experience the other is there. There's a person, other is there for you as experience because the mind is not pure.
Correct.
Right? You see the other there. So with the understanding that there is no other, when you start doing service, the other becomes no other. The other becomes yourself. That's
I'll experience no other by doing service.
that's a purity of the mind. Right?
No other is
So,
neither.
No other neither.
It is like if I do something to others, first we have a step that I am doing some benefit to the other person,
Okay.
and at the end the jnana is it is not I am doing benefit to the other person, I am cleaning myself, I am doing benefit to myself.
But because yourself is all.
Yes.
See, the problem, her question is, when I'm doing service to others, I have a concept that I'm doing benefit to others. In reality, I'm doing benefit to myself. Okay. That is the correct answer. That's the correct mention. See, what will happen? Okay.
But that's the ego.
No, I'm saying, I'll tell you what her question. See, at any action in the world happens at two stages. Okay. First, it happens in our mind, then it happens physically. Correct? So, let us say I don't like you. I call you as a donkey. Okay. Let's say I don't like you. I hate you. So, hatred is created in my mind first. Thought level. Okay. Then I verbalize it. Action level. So first creation is inside me, second creation is outside me. So which is more damaging? No, inside is more damaging.
The inside thing is damaging the person who thought it. The action is in both the way because the person who.
The action will affect both. The thought affects you.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
So in the thought, so basically when you say I will call you donkey, in my mind, if I call you donkey, you'll be hurt.
Yeah.
That means feeling of hurt is there in me. Feeling of donkey is there in me. So that I'm creating in me. Then when I talk to you, I'm creating hurt to you and creating to me. So who is getting doubly hurt?
The person who said it.
I'm getting doubly hurt. First I create in myself, then I create in you. So in the process of creating you, second time I'm hurting myself. So what I give to others comes to be double.
But without knowing this, what we do, whatever is said and done, we get affected by that without knowing this. It is a misapprehension.
It's a misimpression, perfectly. So without knowing this, we constantly create trouble for ourselves. When you create trouble for ourselves, you're creating trouble for yourself. Double the trouble, not one time. You're creating trouble for one time for that person, but double the trouble you're creating. First you create inside you, second time you create you when you talk. Now many times you do more trouble also. You don't talk to the person, but keep on shouting at the person inside.
Yes.
Okay, 24 hours. The donkey, that fellow, that idiot. So you are creating many troubles to you.
Yes.
Okay, many more hurts in you. Okay, at least you shout at one and forget. That's also okay, but you don't do that. 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days. I say chant God's name. You chant your friend's name. That friend didn't talk to me. That friend is my enemy. How can he behave like that? He is a donkey. He is such an idiot. You are creating so many idiots in you. You are hurting yourself because the other is not there. It's your own self. To learn this, paropakaratam idam shariram, to do this is you have to do service. That's why our Vedanta teaches very clear. Atmano mokshartam jagadidaya. There are many people think, oh, I'll get liberation, I'll get to meditation. When they come to the world, they are same. They see the differences. It's a 2-in-1 process. Go inward, find yourself. Go outward, find yourself. Understand? So why do you have to do service? You are not found yourself. There's other there. If there is no other, then service doesn't become a practice. Service becomes natural. If already you don't find anybody else, oh, service is not required for you because it's natural for you. When your left hand is hurt, your right hand will go and hit it. A mosquito is there, right hand hit it. It's natural for you. So that's not natural for you. Till that point of time, you have to remind that I have to do service. And why is Paropakaratam Shariram also you have to understand. Okay. There are many things in the world is given to us for performing certain responsibility. Okay, it's given to us. So let's say a prime minister chair is given for somebody to come and sit. Okay. Now the person says, it's my chair. Right? And start misusing the chair. Then there's a problem for him and for the world. Correct? So the chair is given to you for doing service to the society. And enormous power is given. All the people vote and give the deposit power to the prime minister. Prime minister, minister, police officer, whatever is it. The whole world channelizes the power and gives to you. Prime minister doesn't. Prime minister is a person. What is a person? He is given he gets the power from all the people. Right? He is empowered by the society.
He's like a body.
He is given the power from the people to do some job, something good for the society.
Once again.
Huh?
It's a role.
It's a role. Right? Now he forgets. I am the prime minister. It's for my benefit. Okay, what car I'll order? So I start looking for its own thing. Then the society, there is a problem in the society. There's a problem for himself because he is misusing the power. That's what we say. Correct? There's a prime minister or anything. Chief minister. I give you an example of post as a minister. So after some time, the chair will be vacated. The chair is given by the society. Similarly, body is given by the nature to you. It's equivalent of a chair to perform your duties properly. Paropakaratam idam shariram. It is given to you. The prime minister chair is given to you, or president chair is given to you, given to the minister, or policeman, police chair. Any chair is given, adhikara is given by the society for performing certain duties and responsibilities in society. Paropakaratam shariram. Paropakarata, that whole position is given. And enormous power is given. Correct? If the power is misused, forgotten, then the trouble for all, trouble for himself also. The body is given to you. Did you create the body? The body is given to you. And enormous powers are given to you. Not like prime minister or somebody, right? The powers are given to you to play your role properly. Eyes functioning, nose functioning. Please understand, eyes functioning is an enormous power. Having a functioning eyes is an enormous power given to you. Ears functioning, enormous power given to you by nature, prakriti. Tongue functioning, nose functioning, heart beating. So much of power has been given to you. Are you using this power properly? Paropakaratam shariram. That is the meaning of Jagaditaya. So when you die, you give back this body. Correct? So if you don't understand this, our life will be misused. Punarapi janaram, punarapi maranam. Again and again take birth because you have not used the life properly. You have abused life. This is a rented house. We have forgotten. This house is given to us for functioning and doing service. Forgotten. Pancha yadna, Deva yadna, Pitra yadna, Manusha yadna, Bhuta yadna, Rishi yadna is forgotten. We want happiness from the world. On the other hand, we are here to give the happiness. A prime minister or a chief minister or a police officer, the position is not given to them to give the happiness, comfort, bungalow or whatever is that. The position is given, the enormous power given to them. They have to channelize for the benefit of the society. The enormous power is given to each of you. Tell me how much power you have. Oh, I'm not powerless. Imagine you don't have two eyes. Imagine you don't have tongue. Imagine you don't have ears. Imagine your hands which don't function. You have been given tremendous amount of power. Even a fraction of the power are you using properly. That's why the teaching is Paropakarartham idam sharinam. The body is given to you. Body doesn't belong to you. It is given to you by the nature. Use that body properly. Does it answer your question? So please understand, whenever we do something to the body, somebody, actually we are doing it ourselves 2 times, 4 times, 10 times, 100 times. Right? Have you seen? When you talk to some people, when the opportunity comes, you will talk. But how many times you talk to the about that person inside you? And are you talking positive about you? Anybody?
No.
Huh? Your self-talk is more damaging than anybody coming and shouting at you. You are damaging yourself. You are hurting yourself. Right? Somebody may say you are a donkey or a monkey once. Right? But that's one-time hurt. But
you will suffer for 10 years.
Till you die. Not even in this lifetime. You'll remember till next life.
One more thing is the thought process, the emotion and action are not in sync.
That's another problem. We'll come to the thought process, action, and emotion. We'll come to the next question. You keep that question, right? So the problem here, please understand, there is no problem for us from anybody outside. The problem is what? Inside. Anybody calling us a donkey or monkey is not a problem. Anybody not giving respect to us is not a problem. Okay. Problem is how many times I talk to myself. How many times I'm saying I create the noise and junk inside me. Huh?
About myself also I talk.
About myself also.
Negative
Yeah, yeah. Right. So first of all, I understand there's no myself. There's only one self. Atma, Brahman, God, consciousness. And there's no other. So always try to bring in the concept of one reality in all. Mind will be purified. Imagine I'm talking to somebody. I'm thinking of somebody. Instead of blaming that person constantly, can I think only God is in that person is trying to teach me something? Okay. All relationships in your life is only the self coming to you. Your own self. Your own self is appearing to you in many ways, in many forms. In your dream, a tiger came. It's your own self came in the form of tiger. In a dream, a thief came. Your own self came in the form of thief.
Can you understand that our own reflection?
Our own reflection is coming to us. Correct? So now we think there's other, there's para, and try to treat it as other. There's a problem.
So other self is yourself.
There's only one self. There's no other self or yourself. There's only self, which is Brahman, appearing in many ways. Right? So this is the learning of life. There's only one reality called self, appearing in many ways. There's one story. One lady is working in MG Road. She's getting late in the office. It's already 7 o'clock. She has to go. She starts walking and Kabban Park. It's already dark. There's no light. A big heavy fellow is coming behind her. So she's scared, looking at the fellow. He's hefty. She starts walking fast. That fellow also starts walking fast. Then she starts running. He also starts running. She starts running all over the Kaban Park, then collapses. That fellow comes near her. The lady asks him, "What are you going to do to me now?" That fellow says, "My dear lady, you have to tell me, I'm your dream character. You created me." In my dream, the thief, the criminal, the policeman, the tiger, the elephant is my own appearances. That's a dream. This is the waking dream. Everything appearing in the world is myself appearing in various forms.
When we say that the self is getting projected and the self does not have any vasanas, any impressions, but when it is getting reflected, there is a kind of, why are we so, what is that entertainment we are getting? Why are we so happy to see?
why are you getting projection?
Yeah.
See, I'll tell you. That's next question. Okay, let us close this question. Why I'm coming here? So this is the first question. We'll close it, right? So anybody else has any follow-up question on this?
If the me is there or someone is there, if the me and mind comes in between the two objects, the samsara starts. If there is no me and mind, then there is no samsara and there is no otherness.
Yes.
It is because of
The me is the
root cause of
me is comes between me, the self,
and the
Other.
the role or
the me appears,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So her question is, the me is causing the wedge, me is causing the barrier.
like me and the children.
Correct.
So when it comes the I mean self and the children. So all the problem starts when it comes my children,
Correct.
the my one.
So the me